welcome back. Welcome back. Sippy, sippy. It is cold and dreary and rainy as all get out today here in Atlanta. I'm looking out my window and I am not liking it. I just spent about an hour blow drying my hair straight and getting it through the flat iron, and there is no way on this planet I'm gonna go out today. I'm just we're gonna be doing some shopping kind of pre-Thanksgiving, getting some extra little things, you know, and decor and things like that, but I'm like, no, not ruining my hair. I'm sipping on some yogi tea. There you go. There you go. You see, it's nice, like a cranberry or something. It's really, really delicious. So I'm going to get ready and talk to you guys about these little guys here. And these are our hands, as you know, and they take a beating in the winter months. And I got a comment actually that triggered this video because I had just put up a video on lip therapy, winterizing your lips, and apparently getting pretty popular as far as hits and looking at that video because of obviously the cold outside, the chaffing. A lot of people are outdoors. They're, you know, raking leaves. Some of us snow, you know, but definitely raking leaves out there and doing a lot of outdoor activity, and of course decorating for the holidays, and people's lips are getting cracked and, you know, wind chaffed and everything. So I'm really, really glad that that video is up and I am helping you guys out with that. So in that respect, I said to myself, oh, wait a minute, you know, your hands are out there in the cold too. Let's do a winter kind of winterizing for our hands. And I only have a few items here. You can obviously use your own, you know, creams and oils and anything else that you have in the past. This is just what I do, and I'm going to just get right into it, okay? So first thing I do, obviously, is try to keep my hands as dry. I know this sounds funny, but as dry as possible before going outdoors. And the reason being is if your hands are wet, your hands tend to get colder quicker, and then the water droplets or any type of moisture on there will start to get your hands all cracked and chafed, and it just gets, you know, technically, literally like under your skin a lot easier. So what you want to do is have dry hands, and then what you want to do is put a barrier on your hands before you go out. So obviously, and I'm not even going to go to the factor of having gloves or thermal gloves or wool gloves or anything like that. You know, you guys know better than I as far as especially being in the northern states, what type of gloves are the best for you guys to be outdoors, and that's you know, a no-brainer. That's not even up for discussion as far as having gloves or not having gloves. What I'm trying to do is put some barrier on your hands, you know, before you even slip into your gloves, or if by chance you happen to be outdoors without gloves for even a little period of time. Okay, the first thing I want to do is put on, and this is for daytime, so I'm going to do a daytime, what I put on for daytime, and then obviously what I put on for nighttime. And again, I don't have a lot of things here. These are all, you know, bought with my own money. I'm not sponsored. Nobody's telling me what to say or what not to say. Just let me put that out there. So these are just things that are in my cupboard at the moment that I am using for my hands. So number one that I would put on to go out before I go out is the Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Hand Cream. That's that. Hopefully you'll see that. There you go. And this is really, really good. I keep this on hand. I've had this on hand, pun, right? On hand for multiple years. I don't go a season without it. It's on my nightstand. It's in, you know, my purse. I travel with it. This is constantly with me. And this is a really nice cream. Shoot, I didn't bring any tissues or anything, but okay, I'll show you guys a little bit here. This is a really nice cream. It's very thick, it's very lubricating, and basically I just put it on my hand here for you guys, and it goes right in, but it forms a almost like a barrier, okay, on your hands, so that the wind and the moisture and anything else that it is encountering outside is not, penetrating into your skin and causing, catastrophe. Now, I know that, and nurses, you can please chime in if you are a nurse or a doctor or anything of that nature, because they do tend to wash their hands a lot throughout the season. Obviously, they're constantly having their hands in moisture, and I know that they do have another form of very, very potent hand protectant that they put on their hands as far as a lotion. I should have researched it. I know I should have gone up there and researched it, but I know it's something, it's not Vaseline, it's something else, but it's really, really, really potent, and they use it strictly, in the hospitals for a lot of people that obviously have to wash their hands constantly and get the germs off, and then they don't want their hands to dry. But I digress. It just triggered my mind because of this, the Gold Bond, that it's that kind of a formulation. The so that goes with me outdoors. The other thing that I would go outdoors with is the Nivea Cream, and this is just my little pouch of cream. This is really, really thick, guys. If you can see that, it's very white, so I know it's hard to look at, but this is extremely thick. You don't have to use a lot of this. I'll put it on this side here, and it goes into it. Just it's very, very thick, very nice, but it does get into your skin and stays there. It's really a kind of like a barrier. Also, there's a the kind of like the water would bead off of it kind of texture. Again, you can wear this under your gloves. You can put it on your skin before you go out, and make sure. And then you can definitely you can wear your gloves on this. Don't overdo it, is what I'm saying. Don't slather it like cake frosting, because then obviously you're going to have issues with your gloves and everything else. But I don't have a problem putting this on before I go outdoors and doing any work or anything like that. Obviously, if you're doing any type of work outdoors, again, wear gloves, wear the appropriate gloves. If you're shoveling snow, make sure that your gloves are insulated and that they're waterproof, because once your gloves get wet, you don't want wet, cold, soggy gloves on your hands. That's it's not going to do you any good to do that. So wear the appropriate gloves, obviously, when you go out and doing whatever it is that you're doing, okay? If you're driving, you probably want a little bit less thickness to your gloves. Maybe a good pair of leather gloves are really good for driving. I like really good leather gloves. In the wintertime, I just put them right on my hands. And the car is heated up enough where it's not going to matter as far as being really, really insulated, but it does help, to have that softness with the leather gloves so that you can grip your steering wheel and, drive, obviously. Okay, so we got through those two. Now, these next two, and they're the same thing. I just have two, flavors of them. One is the apricot and vanilla, and the other is the mint and coconut. And these are the Everyone lotions. They're for your face, your body, your hands. Now, these are a lighter texture than the two that I've shown, just now previously. This is more of a, body lotion. You can use it for your face. It's a lot lighter. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a lot creamier in texture, and it's got a lot more, I would say, water content in it. So this is the type, this is kind of like now on the barrier where you could use it for outdoors, and you can certainly put it on your hand. And by the way, it smells delicious, just to let you know. You can put it on your hand right before you go out, and it'll sink right in. I don't think it'll give you as much of a protection outdoors as the other ones that I mentioned. I think these are more, I leave these more for my indoor. After my shower, after my bath, I will put this on my, face, my body, and my hand, obviously, because it's 3-in-1, so you're supposed to do it all over. So I, keep this on hand, definitely, and this is usually in my bathroom cupboard. It's not on my nightstand, okay? And then The other one, these last two that I want to make mention, this is the Aquaphor. I don't ever stay without this in my house at all, for various reasons, and you know from my past videos how often I use this. Aquaphor is a very, very thick Vaseline type of consistency, and you just pump it up like that. There you go, you see, there it is, and it is thick as all get out. It's just a very thick Vaseline. I guess I'll put it on someplace. I'll put it over here so you can see it. It'll be pretty shiny. I think the light will pick it up how shiny that is. This is not something that you go out of the house with. Honestly, this is not something that I would put gloves over, because this is not going anywhere as far as absorbing into your skin. This is staying right on top of your skin. But when your skin is chapped, when it's dry, when it's windblown, oh my gosh, this is the best thing on the planet for, you know, chapped skin, cracked skin, anything. This can be used obviously for your lips, and I've talked about that in my lip therapy, but this can also be used on your hand, on the back of your hand, on your fingers, everywhere that it is chapped. I would also encourage you guys to get a pair of white cotton gloves if you do have some in the house, or you can get them for, you know, a couple of dollars, not even. You just go to any place, maybe a Marshall's or a Walmart, and pick them up. And it is really helpful to have when you're doing like the Aquaphor or any type of oils, to basically wear the gloves right after you put it on, and it will keep the moisture in there, and it will keep the I guess the lubricant in there, you know, so that it doesn't rub off on your sheets and pillowcases or anything like that when you are going to bed. And this is definitely bed therapy. This is something that you put on last thing at night, as far as the Aquaphor is concerned. And if you put on your gloves after that, and you just, you know, hang loose and put your little gloves on and go to bed, and you'll wake up in the morning with soft hands, and hopefully on your way to healing if your hands have been dry and chapped. So definitely a must-have for the winter. And then the last thing I want to make mention, and just interpret this on any type of heavier oils. This is the castor oil. And again, this is a very heavy oil to use as a lubricant for various parts of your body. You can use it under your eye. I've used it under my eye. I've used it a little bit on my lip. Now it is very gooey, very gooey. It almost has the consistency, and I'll try to put a little over here for you guys to see. It almost has the consistency of a honey-like consistency, and it's going down. It's a little bit more drippier, but honestly, it's like a very kind of sticky honey type of consistency. It's hard to budge this, to kind of get it in there. It just kind of stays where you put it, which is what you want, you know, at night when your hands are all dry and chapped. But you see, again, it's very shiny, very oily, but it stays where you put it. Seriously, again, this is one that you would put with the gloves on, and again, not to go into the bed without some sort of protection, because your sheets will gunk up, definitely gunk up. Along with castor oil, you can use some jojoba oil, you can use some argan oil. Vitamin E oil is exceptionally good. If you don't have vitamin E oil, but you have vitamin E vitamins that you take, you know, the capsules, the what are they called, the oil capsules, you can just prick it, or at the end snip it, and pour the little capsule one, you know, on your hand, and then just rub it in. It's pure vitamin E oil. So you don't have to go out running and getting vitamin E oil bottle if you don't have one around. If you do have your vitamin E caplets, you can use that. I tend not to use rosehip just because it has vitamin A in it, and you know, right now what you're trying to do is you're trying to heal up, and vitamin E to me is the healant trying to, you know, heal your hands. That's not my first choice for my hands. My hands would be definitely, you know, vitamin E. And let's see, is there anything else I want to make mention? I think that's about it. If I've left anything out, I will put it on in the description box below. But again, these are just the ones that I use around the house. You don't have to go overboard. You know, expensive hand creams. I know there are ones out there that are, you know, tend to run up in price. And, you know, if it works for you, that's fine. If you want to go ahead and buy something exclusive, as far as hand cream is concerned, you know, go ahead. But these are my everyday, day-to-day alternatives, my budget-friendly alternatives. And you know, if you are consistent, consistency is the main thing. If you are consistent with these, you should have no problems with your hands. Again, just keep them out of water, keep them out of a moist environment. Don't go out in the cold while your hands are, you know, moist or anything like that, because, you know, it'll just literally attract the cold to it so much more and get into your skin, so you don't want that. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please give it a thumbs up, and also, you know, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Welcome. I do a lot of videos on health and skincare, and for the mature men and women out there, 50 plus, of course, 40 plus, 50 plus, anything that I find around this big town of Atlanta, and if I find it and I find it useful for myself, and I'm the guinea pig here, I'm the tester. Hey guys, would you believe it? It crapped out on me, the my video, as I was saying goodbye to you guys. So I'm gonna come back here just so it doesn't look like everything was cut out. So again, like I said, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and if you are new to my channel, thank you for joining me. Thank you and welcome, and I hope that you have found this helpful. I hope that you continue to view my other videos, and please leave me comments below on anything that you would want me to also put up and show you guys. Okay, I love you all. Blessings to everyone. Have a great holiday season, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.